The final enabling behavior of narcissistic abusive relationships is walking on eggshells. Hi, I'm Dan Cassenti. I'm a cognitive psychologist and I'm also a novelist. I'm putting together this series on YouTube to help explain narcissistic concepts so that people can understand what narcissism is all about, arm themselves with knowledge, and stay out of or get out of narcissistic relationships. Walking on eggshells. This is a great term for what victims of narcissists are doing all the time. So imagine there's a bunch of eggshells littering the floor. You have no recourse but to step on them with your bare feet. It hurts. Those eggshells are thin. They're going to cut right into your feet. It's going to hurt. So what do? You step around it. Tiptoe around every single shell that you can, making sure that you don't get hurt in the process. It's a great analogy for what we do when we're in narcissistic abusive relationships. We're constantly trying to tread lightly and pick our spots wherever we go, because we know, after being in this trauma bond, that anything negative that we say to that narcissist in our lives could set them off. And it's a protective mechanism, right? So again, I keep saying this, but do not shame yourself about walking on eggshells with narcissists. You're trying to protect yourself from the rage and the unpredictable behavior that can come back at you because you said the wrong thing to them. They didn't like what you said. They're holding it against you. It's natural to try to protect yourself by walking on eggshells and stepping lightly so that you don't get hurt in the process. This is the one that you definitely shouldn't shame yourself about. Protecting yourself is exactly what you want to do. Now, why I'm advising against it, though, is because you can still be careful when talking to a narcissist, but not let them get away with too much. If you don't reveal the truth to the narcissist, that you're out, that you don't want this behavior to happen again, totally understand. But instead of continuously engaging in walking on eggshells, and trying to protect yourself, the best thing to do is stop walking on eggshells by getting out of the relationship. Don't necessarily tell the narcissist you're leaving them to their face. If you are caught alone with the narcissist telling them that you are going to abandon them, they're going to flip out. And it's not a good idea. It's best to get safely away from them and then let them know. When they don't know where you are, especially, then let them know that you're abandoning them. And we all have to abandon the narcissistic relationships, whether they're, not that close of a friendship, or whether they're, completely on the other side and we're romantic partners or married to them. You got to understand narcissism, and when you do, you know that you shouldn't be walking on eggshells anymore. You should just be getting out, because if you are walking on eggshells, that's a big red flag that you are in a narcissistic abusive relationship, and you need to get out of that. It's important to take yourself out of a narcissistic abusive relationship, and the end of walking on eggshells will be a huge relief to you, because you no longer have to step lightly and try to make sure every single word you say doesn't upset this person who flies off the handle at the slightest provocation. Just get out. It's the best way to do it. So, I hope this video helped you understand about how dangerous it is to be in a narcissistic relationship, but again, don't shame yourself for having walked on eggshells. You were just trying to protect yourself. The alternative of walking on eggshells is to leave the relationship. Not to confront them, not to just stomp right on the eggshells and cut yourself and hurt yourself because they're going to come after you or get retribution. The best thing to do is just gray rock them, which I'm going to talk about in a future video, and I talked about it a little bit in the previous video. Gray rock and then get out. Don't do the walking on eggshells for your whole life. It's not a good idea. Okay, well, I hope that video helped you. If you liked this, please hit like. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Every time somebody does that, it tells the Google algorithms, hey, this is working, let's get it out to more people. So you'll be helping people by just pressing some buttons. Okay, thanks, and I hope this helped you.